Hey fashionistas and fashionistas, welcome to another review of Project Runway.
Designers.
Yeah.
Last week, Kevin was eliminated.
I liked Kevin.
Kevin, I love you.
Heidi, bring out the models.
Yeah, more like models, bring out your hair.
Exactly. And two of you will be out. And your punishment, you must eat. Okay, so they all picked their models, what they wanted to create an outfit.
The models had crazy couture hair.
They actually didn't know right away that they were going to have to create an outfit based on the hair. So I'm sure they figured it out. So Tim Gunn, tell us all about it.
Tell me about it, stud.
You must make an avant-garde look. And it must go with your model's hair.
So you'll be working in teams of 2.
That's right.
So Tim brought out his bag and picked out the names to make the teams. So the teams were Kit and Ricky,
Chris and Christian,
Sweet P and Rami,
and Vicky and Julie.
Vicky. It's not Julie, it's Jillian.
And it's Victorya.
Well, I mean,
with a Y.
You know.
I know.
Okay. So each team had $300 hairs and 2 days.
And they had to pick a team leader. And you know what? They only had to pick one girl model.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's only girl models.
Yeah, there's no men models, but male models. And this look did not have to be wearable for like
It could
ready
be
to wear.
like couture fantasy costume.
Yes.
So, first team, Chris and Christian. Christian is going to be team leader.
Mm-hmm.
And they chose...
had an elegant bun.
Yes, I loved it. It had a braid around it. It was a sumptuous bun.
Mm-hmm.
They're planning on making yards and yards and yards of ruffles everywhere. Crazy ruffles. I love it.
So Kit and Ricky, the team leader was Kit,
Right.
and they had
The hair was like a...
bird kind of thing.
I thought the other one looked more like a nest than the one that they chose.
Well, they went for the bird look.
Yeah, so their whole thing was going to be like nesting layers and apron and whatever.
I don't get it, but...
To me, I pictured like this avant-garde Alice in Wonderland with no shirt.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
So...
Sweet P and Rami, they chose the red-headed model.
Okay.
And
I forgot what her hair looks like.
it was just like wavy, long, redheadish, kind
Like
of natural.
Kind
Yeah.
of half-up thing,
And
I think.
Yeah, they were planning a corset gown over trousers. Why? I don't know.
Anyway,
Vicky and Julie.
Vicky and Jilly.
Yeah, they had a flip for it because they're two very strong personalities.
Oh, did we mention that Rami was team leader?
Oh, Rami was team leader. Because he had to
So, Vicky and Jilly,
be. Right,
like you said, they had to flip the coin because they're very strong-headed.
right.
The
So
strong
Vicky
women.
won. Vicky won.
Yeah. Jillian's
And-
like, I'm not very comfortable with this.
No, I don't blame you. And wouldn't be comfortable with either of you. But
Yeah.
that's a whole nother ball game. They chose the model with the faux-hawk. And they were going to make like this
Punk, like, anarchist kind
trench
of
coat.
thing. Rude! So, Chris and Christian bought, like, 50 yards of organza.
Delicious. Sweet Pea and Rami are having a little tough time together, working
Yeah,
together.
they're not really getting along, and they definitely have different work styles.
Yeah.
So Rami's like, Sweet Pea, you need to get this crap done. And
Sweet
she's like,
Pea's
I'm
like,
trying.
Get off my back, Rami. Okay.
Rami was being really pushy this week.
He was.
Because he was the team leader, and he was like, oh, this is my ass, so...
You know what, Rami? There's no need to be a bitch, though. Even a kid can be courteous. Ricky and Kit. Aprons and layers. Let me tell you.
so bad for Kit when
I didn't like
she
that
got
fabric.
paired up with Ricky. I was like, no!
I didn't like the fabric choice on them at all. Day 2. Tim's got a surprise for everyone. You're going to have to make another look, designers. I know.
This one had to be ready to
Vomit
wear.
buckets. Vomit buckets at the ready.
Ready to wear, and it had to be like a translation
Right.
of your avant-garde piece.
And you'll only have $50 more and 15 minutes to talk it over
And then you will send one teammate to go to Mood.
with Tim.
Yes.
And
I'll go!
you only get an extra hour to make the,
Yeah, they had to
ready
be
to
done
wear
by
one.
1 o'clock
that's right.
in the morning.
Wow.
In the a.m.
So the models came in for a fitting. I think that was like at 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah. And by the way, they were using the other models.
Right.
For the...
When the models were still there, Tim brought in his special guest, Nathaniel Hawkins.
Yeah, he's the head of the Tresemme Hair Salon.
That's right.
So he came in to discuss the looks for the ready-to-wear outfit.
Right, and he also announced that the winning team will be featured in an ad in Elle magazine for Tresemme hair products. I got a load of Rami and Sweet Pea's corset dress.
Yeah.
Let me just say, same old, Rami.
Rami, we know you can drape. And, like, it was pretty, but...
I've seen it all.
I need something new.
I've seen it all.
I need something new, boo.
Yeah. Jillian and Vicky, they are in so much trouble right now.
They
are
have not even started
far behind
their second look yet, and it's like the end of day 2.
And you know what pisses me off? Vicky doesn't seem to have a care in the world.
Because she's got immunity for the week.
I know. So it's time for the runway show, kids.
Yep.
And let me just say, Jillian threw together her ready-to-wear dress day of.
Yeah.
Guest judge, Alberta Ferretti.
Yes.
Welcome.
Also, of course, Heidi, Nina Garcia, and Michael Kors.
Oh.
Oh my.
I didn't like Rami's, but I really like Sweet Pea's dress.
Yeah, Rami, the pants underneath were not a good
I could
idea.
totally see you wearing that dress to like homecoming or something.
It was a little dressy.
I liked it.
I don't like corsets. So.
Well,
I've never worn one, but anyway.
they didn't like the pants under Rami's gown.
The pants looked like the ass was in the front.
It did, literally. Team Chris and Chris. Damn, what was not awesome about that?
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
Oh my gosh. Aside from all the luxurious ruffles of the dress, they had this piece
Woo!
coming from like the neck, and it was like
Talk about wire and
like a cobra to
yeah,
the side.
it was amazing.
And it was more amazing ruffles, and it was just like
and the ready-to-wear look, I could totally see Heidi in that.
it had like
Totally.
ruffles, and then it was sleeveless
Yeah, I think she liked it too.
with a skirt. It was hot.
It was. Team Kit and Ricky, Crybaby.
It wasn't so good.
Everything about it looked cheap. The fabric was cheap. The styling of the ready-to-wear was cheap.
This was definitely different. Like their avant-garde look, it was weird.
It might have been a whole nother ball game in a different fabric, but unfortunately the construction was pretty bad too.
I did like the bows on the back though. I have
The
to
back
say
was
that.
pretty hot. Vicky and Jillian.
Oh,
I cannot.
and they're ready to wear. It was bad.
Yeah,
It was really cheap.
I said
and-
that.
Oh, you did?
I did. Okay, so Vicky and Jillian. Wow, I loved their coat.
Their trench coat was amazing.
It was so hot. It was so Blade Runner.
And then they took it off, and there was another outfit.
Yeah, I didn't like the pants, but I really liked the detail on the back of the shirt that they had.
There was like this ruffly shirt, and then
Right.
these like, kind of like horseback riding pants. Like, you
Joggers.
know,
Yeah.
yeah. Whatever.
So-
I didn't like them.
So Vicky was like, "Ow, we have 3 looks." No, you don't.
Because they're ready,
You're ready
to
to
wear.
wear?
POS.
That's right, and you know what that
I
means.
didn't like it at all. It looked like a cheap Sweet 16 teeny bopper dress. But they said it was cute. And I was
Yeah.
like, what?
Well, the results are in. Congratulations, Christian.
Yay. He got immunity.
I would have liked to have seen Chris March win, but he wasn't team leader.
No.
So Christian got immunity.
You know, I think they should have both won because it was a collaboration.
Right. Well, let's just fast forward to the end. They showed the photo shoot. Totally rocked it. Thank God Chris March wore the leopard shirt. It totally made it.
I love that leopard shirt.
Me too. So, Vicky and Jillian.
You're in.
Yes.
Good work.
Yeah, thanks. Ricky, you're in?
What?
Come on.
Ricky's elimination has been long coming.
It has.
Where is it?
Sweet Pea, you're in. Thank you. She
Okay,
deserves
good.
to be in.
So it's down to Kit and Rami.
Cheap versus boring.
And I'm like,
I know.
I love Kit.
I know.
And I like Rami, but I need something different.
I used to love Rami, but now he's boring me too. I've seen it all. I've seen
Yeah.
everything. You know, if he was in the final 3, Every one of his looks is going to be draped. Come on. So, unfortunately, Kit is out. Sorry, Kit. We loved you. Next week.
I'm so, like, underwhelmed.
I am too. This is not the best season.
You know, the last 2 weeks have been so Kevin and now Kit.
I know.
What is this world coming to?
Well, at least we got Chris back.
Yeah.
So, next week, Warehouse of Materials. What it is, I don't know.
I don't know.
And Jillian freaks out.
She has a freaking Britney Spears mental breakdown. I wouldn't be surprised if she whipped out the shaver and was like, shh.
Ricky cries. But what's an
new.
episode without Ricky crying?
Yeah.
It's not Project Runway. So till next time, kids.
Much love.